this is to both of you. You talk about big characters, big leaders. Is Enzo Maresca a big character and a big leader?
In his own way, I suspect he probably is. I think he was, he went into the Leicester job, which was probably on paper what most people would think was an easy job, but I don't think it was. I think he went into the Leicester job. A lot of their players were being sold out from underneath him. He turned it into a team that at one point was running away with the championship. They got caught up with a little bit because nothing lasts forever. But at one point, people were talking about this team ain't going to get beat all season. He gets the Chelsea opportunity. I would imagine that irrespective of how many mistakes you make, that somewhere along the line, very wealthy people are going to get very smart very quickly. So they knew after Pochettino what they were looking for. So Maresca must have had the chops to be able to convince those guys at this stage after their 2-year learning curve of making mistakes, paying Brighton 20 million quid, giving Brighton a pension fund for the rest of their lives on the back of Chelsea's spend with them, and including managers, that they knew what they were looking for. So I would suggest to you that Maresca is as smart as paint. And he speaks the way he speaks to the media at this moment in time. And now he's changing his narrative a little bit. And I think I urge a tad of caution in it that he's talking about that we are going to be the dominant force. I think there's a change in gear, and maybe he doesn't want to get too drunk on recent successes. But there's a distinct possibility he made decisions. He didn't muck about Sterling.
That's true. That's true, Nicky, didn't
I come up against him in the reserves. I was manager of Man United reserves. He was City reserves, and I come up against him. And trust me, he can walk the walk and talk the talk. He's a tough cookie. He doesn't shirk anything. I had a bit of a do with him on the sideline. Thought I could bully him a little bit, and I certainly couldn't. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's telling at Chelsea now. And fair play to him.
You'd have go bullying him.
I tried.
It didn't quite work.
Didn't quite work. No.
But Nicky, is it not easier? But is it somewhat of a different proposition when you're in charge of a dressing room that is full virtually from top to bottom of young players, as Chelsea is now, really young players?
No, I think it's easier with young players. I genuinely do. I think young players don't have a fear. They go on a football. They don't have no memories of scarred. They don't have no scarred memories of failure. They just go on a football pitch and play football. They're the ones that I would love to manage, young footballers, because older players, they worry about things. They worry about what's going on in their life. They worry about a few bad results against the team they're playing against. These young boys go on a football pitch and they just express themselves, and that's what Cole Palmer does. That's what all the great young players do. And it's, even back in our day, they don't have any fear.
That is a brilliant line. No scarred memories of failure, and that's right, isn't it? Will Chelsea sooner than later win the Premier League title with Maresca?
I wouldn't say that, only because of how good Liverpool are and how good City will come back, because they've got funds. They'll go and buy some big players in the next few months, and you're thinking, so they'll get there or thereabouts, but whether they get above Liverpool at the minute, and certainly when Chelsea City come back, that's a tough one for me.
But Maresca can walk the walk and talk the talk.
I think they will win stuff, but winning the Premier League with them two teams at the minute is very, very tough.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.